Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to talk about a film called American Fiction. So, talking about this film, the first thing I want to tell you is what attracted me to this film. What attracted me to this film is the poster of this film. That's the first thing that attracted me. It was a great poster. I don't know who did it, but that person did a great job. It attracts us. It was so cool. So cool, and a film like this deserves a poster like that. It was, it had that serious look which this film demands. And this is a very serious film that right now everyone should watch it. This is the best time to watch this film because there are lots of cliche things out there. Let it be sports, let it be literature, let it be painting, let it be film. In every field, there will be an overrated genre, overrated actor, an overrated painter, an overrated sports person. In every field, there will be something overrated and some cliches. So it talks about these things. Before getting into that, I want to tell you it's directed by a person called Cord Jefferson. I'm not familiar with his film. This is the first time I'm watching his film, and he did a great job. It was a great direction. This is a person who knows what cinema is. This is a person who knows the history of cinema because the way he handled was it was a very matured film, and he knows how to treat a film. So now back to the theme of the film. Remember the things I said earlier? So I'll give you an example. I know a place. In that place, there are lots of painters. This is based on real events. So there, uh, important art galleries started coming. Important collectors started coming, and the people used to paint there. But after this economic boom, after the arrival of new galleries and collectors, a new genre of painting started emerging from that place. I'm not telling the place or anything, any details. It's just an example. So some people started doing. They didn't had their own language or anything in painting, so they started doing very realistic painting, very hyper realistic painting with a surreal like theme. It will look like very surreal things with lots of meanings, and no one knows what the meanings are. And it was very crafted also. So this became the style of painting that will sell, and this painting started selling for millions. So every artist in that place started painting in this way, similar surreal themes, similar craft, very realistic craft, and everyone started painting like this. So to be a painter, you have to be surreal and you have to be realistic. That became the rule in that place. Like that, the film also talks like, if you want to be a successful African writer, you should write about drugs, you should write about young African American teenagers getting shot by white policemen, and young pregnant teenage African American girls, rape, the streets, gangs, drugs, all these things. You have to write about all these things. Then only you will be a successful writer, a successful African American writer. So, from an African American writer, the market is expecting this, audience is expecting this to be a bestseller, to get awards, to get recognition. You have to do all these things. So, our main person, the protagonist, is played by Jeffrey Wright. He did a fantastic job. I knew him earlier, but this is the first time I'm watching his film full. So our protagonist is frustrated with all these things. He don't want to be part of these cliche things. So he want to make true literature, uh, without any boundaries or without getting trapped in a genre. But then the film shows these his frustrations with these things, and he's not a best-selling author and he's not a famous author, but he's a good author, and he's not getting the recognition that he deserves, and many other writers are also not getting the recognition they should be getting because of these gimmicks and cliche peoples. And many African American writers are using this uh, team, and they are getting uh, more fame, more money, more awards. So it's like a the film is like a satire. It criticizes this trends in the literary world, and it's for everything. It's for sports, it's for movies, it's for painting, it's for every field. In every field there will be a cliche, there will be a trend, and people will start overdoing that trend, and the viewers won't notice these overdoing things. They will think this is the great thing. And in the movie what happens is people started overdoing these things, writers start overdoing these things. So our protagonist also starts to write a similar novel. He just did it for a fun, but it gets serious, and it shows how his life changes from there. So this is a small plot of the film. It's not a spoiler. This is what you can expect from the film, like a small description. And there are some twists in this film, and we will never expect a twist from a film like this. It was very unexpected. There are two twists. You'll and One twist was very sad. We never expected that twist, and it was very unexpected. I never expected something like that, and it was sad. Another was brilliant. The first one was also a good writing, but it was sad. But the second one was very brilliant. It was well crafted. The writer did a great job, and the ending of the film was also so great. A film like this deserves an ending like that. The writers of the movie did a fantastic job. It's a well written screenplay. I think it's based on a book, I think. But the screenplay is so great. It's very minimalist. Screenplay is very minimalist. There is everything is minimal. There's humor in it, that it's minimal. And the film only needs a minimal amount of humor. This film only needs. Then it will feel like a rom-com, but it's not a rom-com. It's very serious film, very serious political film. A best example I can give you is Marriage Story. The treatment of this film is the way filmmaker made it is similar to Marriage Story. Not theme wise, but technical screen and the craft and the technical aspect of the screenplay and the other cinematography editings are also similar to the way of Marriage Story. Not only Marriage Story, but I'm just giving an example. So expect a movie like Marriage Story. It goes very slow. There will be small humors, no big laughs, but small laughs, small emotional moments. There are many emotional moments, but they didn't overdo it. They didn't put lots of emotions to it. They control the emotions of the characters. And a film like this should be like that. And editing was good. It was a good smooth editing. Cinematography was also good. These were not fantastic great editings. I'm not saying they are great fantastic editing and cinematography, but they were very good. And what else should I tell about this film? I enjoyed it. It's a it's a satire. It's a it's it's like a small punch on the face of the people who will never study anything seriously and who will start saying their opinion. They have their opinion on everything, but they'll never study that field. There won't be an I won't. not saying expert, but if you should study something before judging it. There are people who act like they know a lot, and they will start supporting some cliche overrated things. What happens is the real artist and the real work get drowned in the water, and it's a punch for people like that in the face. It's a very sharp movie, it's very minimal, and it have a message to say, and that message was great. And we need more movies like this. This was the perfect time to be for the movie to be released. The one last thing I need to tell is my rating, and my rating for this film is 93 percentage. I, maybe a 94 percentage is, I think 94 or 95. Yeah, a 95 percentage. That's my rating for this film. Enjoyed it a lot, and it's like a hot cup of tea. This film is like a hot cup of tea. Sometimes when we feel sleepy, we need a hot cup of tea. Like sometimes while the world is sleepy, it needs a hot cup of tea. Not too much hot, it will burn us, but a minimal hot. And it's a minimal hot cup of tea. that's uh, that's how I will describe this film in few words. I don't know if it's a correct saying. I don't know if it's a correct way to say, but that's all how I know. I There's nothing more for me to say. I enjoyed this film. I hope you also will enjoy this film. And thanks for watching this video. And I need to thank all the people who worked for this film. And again, thanks for watching my film. We'll do more reviews in this channel. And if you like to watch more reviews, and if you like the way I talk about films, please think about subscribing it. That's it, and put your opinion in the comment section, and you can put your film suggestions or anything in there, and it will motivate me to make more videos. Okay, see you again with another video. Thank you.